Welcome back, my almighty followers and listeners. Today on Human Influencers, we will be looking at the man whose tweets now actually determine the entire Twitter cycle, a spot previously taken up by the old Mr. Trumpety Trumpster, first name Donald. It's time for a bit of Musk. Everybody, first name Elon. Yes, that's right. Today we are gonna peek into the pit of tweets, Tesla, and tattle that has been surrounding Mr. Musk since his acquisition of the American social media company. Strap yourself in. There's a lot in here that you are going to want to know before you go ahead and lock in that tranche of stocks he's selling. The very best place to start is at the beginning, as Maria from The Sound of Music told us. So, here we go. On a probably cloud-free, sunny South African day, Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria. He was the oldest of 3 children, and his mother, May Musk, is a well-known dietitian and model. Think Glenn Close meets Tilda Swinton. And his father, Elon Musk, is an electromechanical engineer and pilot. We won't go into that now, but this guy ain't the rosy father figure you see in the movies, according to all accounts. Yeah, not so humble beginnings, am I right? Anyway, back to it. As a child, you will be shocked to learn that Musk was very interested in science and technology, teaching himself how to program computers at the spotty pre-teen age of just 12 years old. I'm sure you have all just fallen off your chairs in surprise at this information. Musk was lucky enough, or maybe unlucky enough, to attend the Pretoria All-Boys High School. Musk later attended the University of Pennsylvania, where he received his undergraduate degrees in economics and physics. You might not know this, but when in Canada, Musk and his brother would cold call influential people they would like to meet and invite them to lunch. Funnily enough, their gumption paid off when they managed to get an audience with the executive of the Bank of Nova Scotia, Peter Nicholson, who they enthralled with their talk of electric cars and enthusiasm and determination. Wacky people thinking outside a wacky box, I'd say. Unsurprisingly, opinions about this odd-bod entrepreneur vary widely. He has many supporters who see him as affable, confident, and innovative. His ability to turn vision into a reality is what turned him from a potato shoveler into a billionaire reveler. But where there are adoring fans, there are also critics and haters. Some of his biggest kerfuffles include breaking labor laws, or when he fired his SpaceX employees for penning an open letter of criticism to him. Well, that's when we found out that he wasn't all for trade unions, which is not great news for the staff, or whoever is left of the staff, at recently acquired Twitter. Then you've got the time he said he would donate a teeny-weeny $6 billion to end that little problem we call world hunger, and then, well, kind of forgot to do it. Well, that wasn't very nice of you, Elon. Also, you've then got him tweeting left, right, and center in response to any and every criticism. No wonder he's suddenly such a fan of free speech. He has been posting pictures of Bill Gates' big belly and firing staff from Twitter with no notice but a tweet. Obviously, this guy is thinking so far outside the box that he can no longer see it anymore. That might be great in terms of inventing cars that run on rechargeable batteries or creating devices that link your computer directly into your skull. But what is he like as a real person? Some little Tweety birdies have told us that he wasn't the most elegant of charmers when it comes to his personal life. Married 3 times, he has enough kids to form a Dutch ball sport team. That would be 8. For those who don't know what korfball is, of his first wife, Justine Wilson, it has been said that Musk used to treat her like an employee and remind her that she was just the beta to his alpha, literally saying, "I am the alpha in this relationship." She went on to pen a tell-all book called I Was a Starter Wife, America's Messiest Divorce. I bet there are a few juicy bits of info in that book. Crazy stuff, don't you think? You may have already heard this, but Musk also married and then divorced his second wife 2 whole times. Yes, you heard that right. He proposed to Tal O'Reilly after knowing her for 10 days, then divorced after 2 years. This was announced on Twitter, true to his finger-tapping communication style. And then they married each other again 1 year later, then divorced again after 3 years. At least the second go managed to exceed the first go. If only we all had enough money to marry and divorce ourselves unlimited times. I think I'd marry myself just to divorce myself again for the sake of it. If only. We won't get into Musk's funky-sounding names for all of his 8 children, because that could take a while. But what I will remind you of is the time sexual harassment was alleged in his company, Tesla. A female worker at the electric car company said, and I quote, that sexual harassment was rampant, and that she and other colleagues had to work in nightmarish conditions at a factory which she said resembled a crude construction site or a frat house rather than a cutting-edge tech company at the heart of the San Fran Bay. Someone who we need not name refused to comment on these instances we hear about. Other workers have likened Tesla to a modern-day sweatshop where whistleblowers are threatened by Musk. Reportedly, Musk would go on firing sprees at people who disagreed with him or explode at lower-ranking executives and employees. This isn't all too surprising. given people that have met him have remarked at how intimidating and large, yes, large, he physically is. I'm not scared of him though. I do jujitsu. What a kooky man of many tales Musk is. I could go on forever about him. Honestly, someone stop me now. If you want to find out more about the international man of mystery and tweetery, tap the link in the description of this video. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, everything on this page. Let us know your thoughts under this video. We want to hear what you're thinking about what we're making. XOXO, just a little bit of Gossip Girl.